Hi everyone, how are you all doing? This is Anusha and welcome to the sixth episode of Weekend Book Talks. First of all, let me all wish you a very happy new year. Happy 2021 to all of you. Hope you're having a great first weekend of the year. Hope you're making great plans for the upcoming year, especially reading plans. So yes, if you saw the last episode of my series, then I spoke about some of the reading habits that I formed last year. But I cannot end my 2020 without listing the best reads that I read last year as well. So reading was definitely one of those things that got me through this challenging year, and I came across such great books that it is with much difficulty that I have narrowed down 10 books to talk today. So here are my 10 favorites of 2021. In no particular order, number 1, Disappearing Earth. So Disappearing Earth is a book that was released in 2019 and it was the first book that I read last year. It's a very underrated book. Not many people have read it. The book is set in Russia and it talks about a kidnapping of a pair of siblings and the aftermath of that incident that occurs in the town. It's a very interesting book and I would definitely suggest that you read it. Number 2, The Hate You Give. The Hate You Give is a young adult book and it is written from the point of view of a teenager. It talks about racial injustice and police brutality in US, and especially with the Black Lives Matters protests that we saw last year. This book provides a great perspective on that incident and why it is something that all of us should know and support. Number 3, An American Marriage. An American Marriage is also talks about racial injustice in US, but it has a very different theme because it talks about a couple where the husband is convicted for a crime that he has not committed, and what toll it takes on the couple's relationship and how they what toll it takes on the marriage. It's a very interesting theme, lot of dilemmas, and it really made me think a lot. So it's an interesting book that I would definitely suggest you all to check out as well. Number 4, Sapiens. Sapiens is a book that I would suggest everyone to read because it's actually a brief history of humankind. It talks about humans, where we are, who we are, where did we come from, how did we evolve, and where are we going from here. So it's a very interesting book, a lot of tidbits. I definitely turned out smarter than before after I read that book, and that is the reason I want everyone to check it out as well. Number 5, Invisible Women. So this is also another book that I really want everybody to read because it's so important to everybody to understand what feminism is from this book, because the author in this book actually talks about data. She has gone through data, she has researched on a lot of points related to healthcare, public infrastructure planning, workforce, and workplaces and professional environment for women. And she talks about how women have been neglected and not taken into account at all while planning, and that is so important for everybody to know and understand, and that is the reason Invisible Women is a great book and I really loved it. Number 6, Lenin. So Lenin is also a book which is like Invisible Women. Talks about feminism, but it's written by the CEO of Facebook, which is Sheryl Sandberg, and she talks about women in workplace and what it takes for them to succeed, to lead, to increase their confidence, how they can manage their personal and professional life. It's a great book, and especially because I started working last year as well, I felt it was a great motivating and inspiring book for me as well, and I would definitely suggest every woman who is starting out professionally to read this book. The next book that I really loved was Gachar Gochar. So Gachar Gochar is a book that was written originally in Kannada and translated to English. The book is set in Bangalore and talks about a lower middle class family who suddenly become rich, and what are the effects the sudden richness brings to their family, how the family dynamics change, how they change as people, and everything that's surrounding it. It's a very interesting book. It's a very short book as well, and the best part of the book is how in just 120 pages the author actually makes such a deep impact on you. So it's a very good book. And the book that I really loved is also a translation. It is translated from Marathi. It's called Cobalt Blue. Cobalt Blue not just made it to my top 10 of 2020, but made it to my all-time favorite list as well, because this book is so good. It deals with such a unique theme where two siblings, a guy and a girl, both fall in love with the same guy who comes as a paying guest to their house. So the book talks about a homosexual and a heterosexual relationship with the same guy, and how the family changes because of it, how their lives are influenced. So very interesting book, and I would definitely suggest that you all read this book as well. The next book that I really loved is The Guest List. So The Guest List is probably one of the only light-hearted book in this in my list. Of course, it's a thriller, so it's not really light-hearted, but it's a very breezy read, very gripping, intriguing, and I could not, edge of the seat thriller. I could finish it in 3 days. I could just not let it go. It was a very interesting book, and if you're starting 2021 with any book, I would definitely suggest you pick out Guest List if you've not yet read that. My last, I hope this is the 10th favorite book, is Educated. So Educated is a memoir by Tara Westover, where she talks about how she was brought up in the hills of in US, and in a super conservative family. When she was not allowed to go to school, she was not allowed to have an education, nor was she allowed to mingle with society, and how when she becomes 16, 15, she decides to get herself educated, and what all she has to go through to go to college, and how she has to unlearn a lot of things to relearn. And it's very interesting, the experience that she has gone through. It's very difficult to believe it's a real account and not fiction, because it sounds so fictitious at times. So very interesting book again, and I really loved it. So that was my top 10 of 2020. But please forgive me, I cannot just stop with this list. I have to give you some bonus reads as well, because there are so many other interesting books I want to talk about, which was the Girl Women Other, which was the Booker Prize winner of 2017. That was a great book as well. Then there was Such a Fun Age, which also deals with racism, but in a very different way. And then there was Where the Crawdads Sing, which is also a very interesting book. And then there was Becoming by Michelle Obama, which is her memoir again. There were some other translations like Lifting the Veil and No Presents Please. So yeah, I mean, there were a lot of great books, of course, but it's so difficult to come up with the top 10. But somehow I managed with some bonus here and there. Also, one more thing that I want to point out is, if you notice in my top 10, it had like a mix of both fiction and non-fiction. Some of the books that I liked were actually, I listened in audio book format, Lenin and Sapiens, and then two of the books I read in ebook format. So what I mean is, the format doesn't matter, medium doesn't matter, genre doesn't matter. All books are amazing, and there is something to take away from every book, and that is something that I'm very grateful for in 2020. Okay, that was my video for today. I'll see you all next week with another video, and I really want to know what are your favorite books of 2020, which I can start reading in 2021. So do let me know your favorite books, and I'll see you all next week. Till then, have a great weekend, and bye bye.